Go on, Mabel. Hello, people. Happy New Year. And I am happy that it's a new year, to be honest. Happy to see the back of the last one anyway. And yeah, new year, new hope. I think that we need to keep hopeful, and we need to plan for, I'm just going to turn that off. You're going to plan for good things happening this year. Pray for the those that committed crimes against humanity to pay for that, suffer their karma. I know that's not, may seem a negative thought, but no, because once they're taken care of, then that's less danger to anybody else, isn't it? So yeah, happy new year, happy new hope. A chance that things can get better, things that we can fight back. I've been listening to Natalie Rise most of the day. Been out for a lovely lunch with my kids, grandkids, and yeah, Natalie Rise, if you've not come across her, she sang One People. We used to play it at the Yellow Vests quite a bit, but she's got a couple of albums out and they're really thought-provoking. And if you like a bit of reggae, like a bit of Marley, Mabel's Fell in the River, yeah, Jamaican vibe, very good, very powerful. The female in the Bob Marley Soul group, I believe. So hey, Lois, happy new year to you. BB, happy new year. And Katie Jane, yeah, I've been quiet over the Christmas period. I got some horrific news on the Boxing Day morning. Very good friends of mine going through a bit of trauma at the moment. It's not going to be a quick fix, but we're all behind him. And yeah, hey Mackay, saviour of fucking people say. I don't know about that. It's a full-time job keeping myself sane, but do you know what I enjoy? I've not got my teeth in either. Look, I'm embracing the teethlessness. And my daughter got me some shampoo for Christmas that helps strengthen your hair, so my hair's getting a bit better too. Yes, thank you for sending blessings. Horrific event of something that just got tragically out of control. You might think you can take a beating and maybe you can, but at the end it's not just you, it's your whole family that suffers. You know, this parents, aunties, uncles, children, all getting involved. Hi Arlene, happy new year. I'm just saying about domestic violence. Please, anybody going through it, just don't put up with it. Get out of there, get to safety, and take the help of your family, because it can end so badly that you wouldn't even want to consider. And I know you get controlled by these people. You know, they're violent, they're manipulative, and it works from men to women and women to men. I'm not being gender specific. Any violence, I mean, my daughter's friend works at the school. Her husband's in the police, and Christmas Day, usually it's a quiet day, local to here, like Redcar and Cleveland, whatever. And it's usually a quiet day for them. Never had he been called out so many incidents of domestic violence, and this is what the government's been doing to us for the last couple of years. My brother-in-law works at a funeral directors. Nobody's died of COVID, but 2 young guys have hung themselves. One guy never even got found for 3 weeks because he didn't pay his rent. So somebody knocked at the door. Do you know what I mean? How sad is that a young person would not be missed for 3 weeks? You know, do you like my new hat, by the way? Christmas present, Wi-Fi hat with a torch. Great for dog walking. Like I say, listening to Natalie Rise. Check out Natalie Rise. Brilliant warrior, songstress, good lyrics, great lyrics, uplifting anyway. Thank you, Arlene, for sharing. Like and share, subscribe to the channel, give us a bit of support, anybody that's new. Yes, hope everybody had a peaceful new year. Hey Rob. Yes, we plan to go to the cinema, however, can't be doing all that mask business and see why doing a show while all this pandemic stuff going on. And there's a good message in there. It's a bit like the last Star Wars I watched, really. They're really telling us what they're doing, and apparently this Don't Look Up film, I've not seen it yet, but a few people have seen that, and it's just absolutely taking the piss out of us. We take the piss out of ourselves, really, putting up with the shit. I know the fellow warriors aren't doing that, but it's yeah, lovely evening. I saw the new year in, and thought-provoking. And then getting up to the news that Tony Blair knighted. I mean, I shouldn't really be surprised, should I? What's that? Yes, domestic violence, very dangerous business. Tony Blair getting the knighthood. Knighted for crimes against humanity. Well, it seems to be the case, doesn't it? For paedophiles and perverts and war criminals getting knighted. If that's who's going to be sitting in House of Lords, if that's what happens to him, then maybe I think I might need to go there actually. So we lost a dog. Harley! Typical. He'll be chasing pheasant. Oh, here he comes. Oh, there we go. I don't know. Can you see that stalk? It's just... There's a big pond over there, and I may fall on my face going up this hill. But we should get a stick, yeah? Walking stick. Yeah, Tony Blair. I see that there's already a petition out though. Do you know what though? It's so bizarre that I truly believe, and I know there's rumours in certain quarters about it as well, that in order to wake more of the sheeple up, because it's a very difficult job obviously, trusting a government you can never trust. They've told us lies your whole life and you want to trust them with your health. Just watch James Bond. Then you won't bother. But anyway, so is it? Fucking knighthood. What's going on? But I do believe the white hats are in control. I think that's why they're doing it. Because you want to show you how ridiculous the whole system is. Queen's Honours List. She's not even still here, I don't believe. But think what you like. Conspiracy theorist. I'm not laughing too much because of that. See, I'm not bothered, but obviously I am. But what's that? Facebook and Twitter. I know somebody was getting slated for calling the Queen, saying somebody had died, and Betty somebody had died, and it should have been her. Get very protective, don't they? Wish the royalty was as protective of us guys, us cattle, who need culling when we get too many for them to control. What a great way to do it, eh? Get them to take their own poison. They wrote it years ago. That's what was the plan. Get them to take their own poison, because you can't do intelligence tests. You can't give them all an intelligence test. So feed them some bullshit, and those that are stupid enough will believe it. You don't have to bother with them individuals, do you? But the worrying thing from those two movies is, a few years back I heard about this new weaponized technology they've got, that they could fill a nuclear missile shell with thousands of bullets with photo recognition on each one and the chip in each one, and they can find the target and kill that person in a crowd. Now, not to give too much of the film away, that was the same thing with this virus, this DNA, it latched onto the DNA. So if you're wondering why, should I put that on? Oh no, is that alright? So if you're wondering why they want you to collect your DNA, just watch that film. Fucking mad scientists, honestly. Even for years they made so much money out of it. So yeah, 2022, been waiting for your arrival, and we've got to go to work, haven't we? We've got to get busy this year. My daughter was asking us around the table the 5 things that we want to achieve this year, and it was all really lovely, you know. Peace, love and light, goodwill, ambition, all of those sort of things. Family is key, communication is key, fulfilling your dreams is key, and protecting what we don't own. We're the caretakers of this planet while we're on it. We're not supposed to own it. None of the other animals own it or pay to live here. We do, because we're controlled. But as I was saying earlier, these are just people like us. People go on about all these immigrants coming in, and I know it's a bad situation, and when you see that the jobs, the contracts they've put out on the government website to start on the 1st of April till the following March, they're looking for a contract for all these bodies, and it sounds a lot like they're the people that they want to employ to go pick you up from your home and put you in these prisons. So obviously they're not going to use people from this country, so maybe they've got a good use for all these people coming in illegally, no trace of them, you can't trace them, blah de blah. Anyway, there's a lot of things that they could be doing, but these people, remember, these people are being used like we are. They're being fooled like we are. They're being told whatever lies. So yeah, we've got to unite as nations. We've got to unite. Yes, there's a big gathering at Telford, and I know there's a lot going on there, and I can tell you stuff about there with the police force there. Maybe you should be targeting the police force there, because they had all the information to go raid a place. They knew people had been doing their own work on it, they'd watched it, they'd gathered information, and they gave it to the police. And what did they do? They raided it on a day when there was nobody there, and they knew there'd be nobody there because they had all the intel. So you tell me, who do you need to be targeting? Like I say, it's coming from the higher up, it's coming from the authorities. It's allowed. You need to look at these people that's allowing it to happen. Yes, these people are wrong for doing it, and they've obviously been brought up in very different environments to the most of us, because you wouldn't do something like that. So we need to target them all, not just one group. We need to target everybody that's involved, everybody that's allowing it. All of these politicians, Tony Blair getting a fucking knighthood, what's that all about? These are the scumbags, and this is why I hope that the White Hats really are in charge, and they're just throwing this stuff out there so that everybody can fucking step back and take a real look at what's going on. So, like I say, they're all in the wrong, and I hope every one of them get the karma. Anybody that's hurt the hair on anybody's head, especially the innocent, especially the children, well, then you deserve your karma. And I'm not gonna, I wouldn't be violent towards anybody unless I was in circumstances beyond my control, because I wouldn't choose to be in those circumstances. I wouldn't knowingly be violent, but however, I would protect where my family needed protecting, and whatever means I would protect them by, and I wouldn't worry about the consequences at that time. However, auditing Britain channel about I wouldn't shed a tear either for these people. No, I don't know. You should pass on a contact. Keep sending the program and stuff. Guilty as fuck, no. And this is what angers me, right? Because our demos for the children have been the least attended, the least supported. We need to raise an army to go against their army, and it needs to be an army of people who actually fucking care. Do you know, they're not doing it, they're not in it for the money, they're in it for the future of their children and their grandchildren, and to keep them safe from the scumbags that are patrolling and prowling, and you know, even the pedo hunters said that these perpetrators are getting younger and younger. It's being bred into them in the school system. They fucking I've been saying for years, sexualising children to normalise paedophilia, and that's been their agenda. And now I've been out of work now, what? 4 years? 4 or 5 years coming up. 4 years. And I was seeing it all then. I was seeing how the mental health services were changing. Oh yeah, we'll give everybody a diagnosis for autism. We won't bother looking at attachment or helping families to try and build bonds. No, we'll just put a autism tag on them. And then a few years down the line, when we bring all this COVID bullshit out, then diagnosis for a disability is fucking wrong. People are sitting back and just letting it happen to people. And we have done for years. Can't fight an army on your own. You've just got to focus on yourself, really. You've got to start looking at what's important. They've ripped the family, the threads, the fabric of the family. They've ripped the shreds out of it. The threads are out of it, and it's up to us to bring it back. It's up to us to care about our family. It's up to us it's up to us to protect our own, protect ourselves, give out a good energy, a loving energy, because the more you focus on loving yourself and your family and the people that you care about, that generates a positive atmosphere around you, and that creates an energy that draws that positive atmosphere towards you. So then you cut out and this is what a lot of people have got to do this year, they've got to cut out the toxic people in their life. Cut them out. If they drain you, I don't care if the family, if they drain you, they need to either give them space to sort the fucking heads out, because this isn't a time in history to be sitting on your ass and feeling sorry for yourself. So they've got to sort themselves out. Marley, Mabel, come on. But you've got to sort yourself out in the process and show them how to do it, because without you showing the example, I mean, what else have they got? They've got to listen to the freaking news. Oh, thanks for the link, Paul Boys. Definitely higher frequencies. We've got to start operating on higher frequencies. We've got to bring the levels up, because what they've done is, there's always going to be evil. There's always going to be bad people around. And so I'm going to walk back this direction. So what's happened is they've shifted the balance so heavily away in the negative, and Ghislaine Maxwell getting sentenced, so found guilty is a big plus, and I hope Piers Morgan showing up on everybody's photographs. I hope that fucking waste of space, fucking prick, far right fucking wanker. He's not far right, but he thinks we are. I hope he goes down. I do, and a few of them with him. I hope Dr. Hillary's on there. I hope they're all on the list. I hope she has these dirty motherfuckers all lining their own pockets and starting to close in our families. Well, tell you what, when you've got nothing else to lose, you come out fighting, and that's what I did, and that's what I'm going to do. Because it gets to a point where you go, enough's enough. Where that point is for you, it's individual, but we will get to that point. Either that roll over like the brown shirts in Nazi history, Nazi Germany. What's the difference? We've got to have a COVID pass instead of a yellow star. What the fuck? No, I'm sorry. Just keep saying no. No, it ain't happening. It's not doing it. Fuck your rules. They're just people like us. They're weak. They use these immigrants to come in and for the violence, because they've been brought up in environments like that. These suited and booted in Parliament, they have to get these people, because they're not brought up like that. They're brought up to rule over us, to think that we're scumbags. Well, corner them, see a different thing, wouldn't you? Do you know what I mean? We need to focus on them that's making the rules and throwing us to the lions time after time. Because, 2022 is our year. And, sorry, I'll just try to catch the message. You can't hear me. Sorry, guys. Yeah, it's getting a little bit windier. But anyway, I'm just having a rant. I'm just letting off some hot air in it if I've not been on for a while. But yeah, we're going to make it count this year, aren't we, folks? We have done every other year leading up to this, but I think we're going to find that there's more communities setting up everywhere. Yeah, they changed all the music, didn't they? Frequencies and stuff. Tavistock Institute, why has nobody protested outside of there? Can somebody answer me that? Because they seem to be the ones that's behind the social engineering. And yeah, there's a, can you see what's talking up there? Is it too far away? No, anyway, is it? Oh, thank you. It's lovely, honestly. It's that field there's a solar panel field. Don't you think it's ironic that they got all these fields filled in with solar panels and then they block out the sun with the chemtrails? What a crazy world! I watched like you say, the new Matrix film, and I remember watching the first one, and it was like watching that I felt like all they were trying to do is dispel any theories that you might have gleaned from the Matrix movies but you know, the 90s was a time for opening the old brain cells up, chemically induced mostly, but in a good way, because it was, we had fun, and the dogs are in a different video. I'm not even taking any notes. Yeah, I'll take dogs for a walk and lose them. It's very windy, I'm very sorry. Hang on, Tavistock Institute in London, yeah? If you could provide address. Yeah, I need to do a bit of digging on that, because apparently I read somewhere a while ago that they created the Beatles. The Beatles weren't actually called the Beatles to start with, and they called them the Beatles after the scarab beetle, and they used them to influence the mind. They started their agenda against the family. Mabel! I'm not joking, man, I've lost her. Mabel! Oh, she's stuck. Right, folks, you gotta go. Sorry.